What's up, everybody? PokéKaos here, back for another discussion video, kind of. As you all probably know by now, Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon have been revealed. It's 7th gen, so we're not getting a Pokemon Z. There's been a lot of speculation and stuff about what Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon are going to be. But from the information we got, it's all just guesses. You can try to, come up with something based off the names Sun and Moon. We have Solrock and Cresselia. You can't see my hand movements from over there. We have Solrock and Cresselia, and Lunatone. I keep saying Cresselia, that are Sun and Moon. So maybe they'll get Mega Evolutions. Maybe not. We have Cresselia, that I keep saying, that is based on the Moon. We have Darkrai, that's based on, like dreams and nightmares, and that usually involves you being at night, so maybe we'll get Mega Evolutions of Darkrai and Cresselia. But it's all just guesses. It's not really speculation, because we don't really have any real information. Although there was one really interesting tidbit, and that is that the Pokemon from Red, Blue, and Yellow, Green if you live in Japan, on the Virtual Console will be able to be moved to the Pokemon Bank and then to Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Previously, this wasn't expected, mostly because in Gen 1, Pokemon didn't have abilities. The EV and IV system worked very, very differently. In Gen 1, you could max all your stats, HP, attack, defense, special, speed. All of them could be maxed. It was a very different system. So that will be interesting on how they handle it. Maybe they're changing up the EV-IV system in Sun and Moon. I don't know. Maybe it's just when you transfer a Pokemon from Red, Blue, Yellow, it won't have any IVs, but you have to have EVs somehow. They're born with EVs. When you catch a Pokemon, or not IVs, when you catch a Pokemon, it has set IVs. When you breed a Pokemon, it has set IVs. So that'll be something interesting. Also, the TMs in Gen 1 were very, very different than what you find later on. I mean, for one, Fissure is the TM that Giovanni gives you in Gen 1 when you beat the last gym. Fissure, which Machamp, I'm almost positive, I'm like 90% positive Machamp could learn. And then in later generations, Machamp gets the ability No Guard that makes all of his attacks and all of your opponent's attacks 100% accurate. No Guard Fissure is an automatic one-hit kill. There's other stuff. There's, Self-Destruct was a TM, but then we had weird TMs like Bubble. So, I'm sure the competitive battlers out there will figure out some crazy stuff. The only thing I can think of off the top of my hand is Fissure Machamp. I mean, Fissure a lot of things, which will be crazy. And personally for me, I wasn't going to buy Red, Blue, or Yellow on the Virtual Console. As a matter of fact, if I can find it, I still have my perfectly working copy of Red for the Game Boy with the Super Game Boy, because I don't have an actual Game Boy to play it on. I have my copy of Red still, and I didn't necessarily need it. It's dusty, you can kind of tell on the camera, but it still works, and I wasn't initially going to get Red, Blue, or Yellow. But since you can transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Moon, that to Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, that changes a lot of things. So most likely, yes, I will get at least Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon Yellow because I have Pokemon Red already, as you can see. Pokemon Yellow, you can get all 3 starters. You still can only get one of the fossils between Kabuto and Ammonite. You can still only get one Eevee evolution without trading other people. There's some Pokemon that you can't necessarily get. You can't get all 151 Pokemon by yourself unless you use glitches or cheats or whatever. Of course, you know, Game Sharks, there's no Game Sharks for the 3DS Virtual Console. I'm sure with the I can't think of the word. It's the homebrew stuff. You know, they have save data editors on there, and somebody will manage something to where you can cheat essentially. But it'll just be interesting to know how they deal with the Pokemon that can be transferred over. Again, no abilities. EV-IV system works completely different. You know, stuff like that is just really weird. But we'll see. That's what I'm most excited for now at this point. Again, we don't really know anything about Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. We got a little bit of concept art. There was a bird Pokemon's wireframe. That's nothing to go off of. There was some concept art. Concept art usually, you see some of it, and not all of it gets into the game. Pokemon centers look cool. We saw a Blastoise riding a frickin' fire truck, but again, we haven't seen a fire truck in a Pokemon game. Actually, we haven't seen a truck in a Pokemon... Oh, no, that's not true. There were trucks in Gen 5. I was going to say, we haven't seen a truck in a Pokemon game since Gen 1. But it's not true. We saw, like, a truck being drove by a Ditto that transformed into a human with a Machoke and a Furfrou in the back. But the concept art doesn't really mean anything. There could be plenty of things that get added into the game. All we know is that it's Gen 7. We know that for a fact. And we know that there is a most likely normal flying bird that will be catchable in the beginning of the game. That's all we really know. You can pre-order the games. Well, earlier when I did it, I was able to pre-order Sun. Wasn't able to pre-order Moon. I'm most likely going to get both of the games. Unfortunately, due to 3DS capture cards being a little expensive, I most likely won't Let's Play it or Nuzlocke it or anything like that, because I don't have the money to buy a 3DS capture card. It's not a wise investment for me as a 500 subscriber channel to go out and buy a 3DS capture card. If I just had the money, I would. And granted, the game's not going to come out until at least November, maybe late October at the earliest if we're lucky, because that's when X and Y came out. I think it was October 12th. So maybe October, but it did say holiday, so I'm assuming end of November or mid-November at the earliest. But we'll see. If you guys have any ideas about what Gen 7 could entail, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys enjoy this type of video, do make sure to hit the like button as well. And if you're new to the channel and you would like to see more of these Pokemon discussion theory videos, you know, I'll cover any news that goes on as long as I can. Right now it's 7 o'clock at night on the day of the Direct. Like, literally, it's been 12 hours since the Direct happened. But this is the first time I've been able to sit down and actually record the video. I'll definitely be having some Pokken tournament gameplay when that comes out. Continue the Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke. Also have Pokemon TCG openings. And I'm going to try to get some more recordings of Pokemon TCG Online. I'm just trying. I have ideas in my head of how to do things a little different. But if you guys would like to see any of that, do make sure to hit the subscribe button as well. I did recently get to 500 subscribers, and I've been meaning to do an update video on that as well. But thank you guys for that. And with that, I'm gonna end the video, so I will see you guys next time. Bye.